peaceful people struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
I said Arrowhead. I love my golden Arrowhead. Mama, mama, all GT Massive crew, where are you? Where are you? If you're present, represent. If you're present, represent. Represent. Sing out. From Guyana, mash it up, to Canada, mash it up. From iTunes, mash it up, to Miami, mash it up. From Boston, mash it up, to Brixton, mash it up. From Leg One, mash it up, to London, mash it up. Hear them Arrowhead. I love my golden Arrowhead. If you feel it in your heart, then you get me doing your part. Arrowhead. I love my golden Arrowhead. When I see the flag waving, it's a sight that's so amazing, and I can feel the rhythm blazing, and I can hear the people them saying Arrowhead, I love my golden Arrowhead. Children, Arrowhead, I love my golden Arrowhead. When I smell the corn baking, and I can hear the shack shaking, cock crow and bird white bacon, road chop and breakfast making. Arrowhead, I love my golden Arrowhead. If you feel it in your heart, then you came into your part. Arrowhead, I love my golden Arrowhead. When I see the sweat pouring, I can feel my spirit soaring, and I can hear the crowd roaring in a way that of letter. Came hard, no one did it better. Metal hold that damn crew. If they can do it, you can do it too. Arrowhead, I love my golden arrowhead. GT, are you with me? Arrowhead, I love my golden arrowhead. I land the gold and diamonds powder. Times are hard, you must work hard. Guys abroad, come back home. Come and see what's really going on. Don't believe all the things they tell you. You gotta lie up them and tell you. Arrowhead, I love my golden arrowhead. If you feel it in your heart, then take me to your part. Arrowhead, I love my golden arrowhead. Some people feel and they want it. That money and power they want it. But we say no, not giving up. We're gonna fight till the very last drop. Don't believe all the things they tell you. They're gonna lie to them and say you. Arrowhead, I love my golden arrowhead. GT, are you with me? Arrowhead, I love my golden arrowhead. From the land of many waters come people of different cultures. African, Indian, American, Chinese, Portuguese, coming together in harmony. One people, one mission, one destiny. Arrowhead, I love my golden arrowhead. You feel it in your heart, you became me to your part. Arrowhead, I love my golden arrowhead. Jamaica, Andejan, Trinidadian, Grenadian. If you love your country, like I love mine, your flag in the air, find your behind, Arrowhead, I love my golden arrowhead. If you feel it in your heart, the party, wave your flag. Arrowhead, wave your flag, I love my golden arrowhead. Wave your flag, it's march time. From Lillian down to Montreal, from Mariupol to Toronto, from Linden to Brooklyn, Covington to Boston, from Georgetown to Georgia. I love it, I love it.
This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. we don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I. This is
Neighbor Joe, Neighbor Joe, Neighbor Joe. Oh, morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning, morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning. You can keep your conniving morning. When you been a corrupong, you not been tell me morning. No, because your money done, you come with conniving morning. When you had your pocket full, you not been tell me morning. No, because your money done, you hustle for tell me morning. Morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. Neighbor, neighbor,
oh my goodness. Morning to everybody. Welcome down to Livewire with yours truly, Courdel Jones. It's the 14th of June. And no, you're going to respond to me, Tracy Martindale. Huge trouble. Anyway, I'm going to listen to that voice note after this live. You are trouble. Anyway, morning to everybody. Welcome down to the program. So this morning I came with the intention of having more discussion on the vice president's, the general secretary's press conference yesterday. The vice president and the general secretary and the vice president. And me and my fastness decided to go and look to see what else was there for us to discuss, right? And bap, I go and run in Kadaki Live with former Finance Minister Winston Jordan on the live. And then, after looking at that and upsetting myself, I remember Tulsi Ramchedi sent me a video yesterday with David Hides. So I go and look at that too. And my morning just went. But it brought back some good memories, so I got a good laugh, and I'll share. I can share them here with y'all this morning. Happy to have you guys here. Morning to all the persons on the live already. Y'all can see why I laughing. Guyana, in some cases, is not a real place. I'm telling you. All right. So, morning to Rahim Amarali, Ramnarain Singh, Suna Raghubir, Takur Brijlal, Ronald Shivdial, Balwant Danraj, morning to you. Alan Khan, Jonah Bijan, morning to you. Omar Sharif, Derek Drupal, Mohammed Isaf, Faisal Ghani, Indepal Narain, Camille Narain, morning to both of you joining us from Minnesota. Special good morning to Yamona from the Kumaka Health Center, living 2 minutes away from work. So, bap, no problem. Still on the line. Salome Suku, good morning to you, joining us from Canada. Pam, morning to you and Trevor. Leroy Mangle, morning to you. Betty, Deshaun Abrams, morning to you. Zoe, Miss Rita, Mr. Little, morning to everybody. Dale Henry, Prem Prashad, Nadia, morning to you. Rajendra Singh, Arjun, Jawahir, I think I do that right. Jawahir, Hanuman Prem Kumar, Eunice Raghubir, special good morning to you. Big up yourself. I hope you're had a wonderful week and you're getting ready for a restful weekend. Who else we got here? Jane from St. Martin, good morning to you. Rose, Betty, Cecil Rampasad, Philip Diabru, Maureen Razio, Mazo Inshan, Datan Amdalal, Dianan Suku, good morning to you. Lola Hari, Sherwin Siram, Brian Nagamutu. Um, That's the next person I see at the FC Congress. Well, at least I didn't see. I don't know if he probably was there hiding. Moses, but Brian is here. Diorajinath, morning to you. Estelle Ramnath, good morning to you. Siesterain Samru, good morning. Sarah Mosley. Sherry Ramdai joining us from France. Lilita Ramcharan, good morning to you. Pam Francis, Asif Hamad, Jamila Kayum, Ronald Jones, big up yourself. Jasoda Budram, good morning to you. Karen De Silva Ali, good morning to you. Sophia Khan, Chris, I think I called Chris already. Good morning to the esteemed counselor Stephanie Nelson Moore on the live. Iron blackout today. Okay. It's okay. I ain't understand. It ain't blackout today. I guess the boards of the power line. GPL putting stuff there, so you got no stress with that anymore. Stuff does happen, and you know it might be funny, right? It might sound funny, but these are things that happen. You know, this happened. This happened. The structure was not there all the time, so it's there. The boards who fly in, they gotta fly as far to get the rest of the porch a little bit. GPL handling it. Don't fight. Hannah Mohammed, morning to you. Tracy Martindale, Joseph Satar, Anthony Ryan, Michael, Nirmala Allen joining us from Barbados. Morning to you. Norman Aziz, Gayatri Baldio, good morning. Jormit, what? Jormit Seeley, pick up yourself. That's a good guy. That's a good guy. Shazim Hanif, morning to you. Kayam Ishmael, Ajay Chatterpal, morning to you. Who else we got here? Danita Rupnarayan, special good morning to you. Babita and Brian, morning to y'all. What? What, Brian? Brian in trouble. Barisa and Charo Hano, morning. Well, like I reach in the bottom of this list by Tosi Ramchedi, morning to you. Dolly Singh, morning. Sherry Singh, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Right, good. So, first of all, let me deal with a little news. So, one of my viewers brought this to my attention, reminded me of this video. And I am going to make a call here that we lobby to have this person that we're about to look at. Given the stance taken by Nigel Hughes, the head of Epadagy, and all these, Andrew Forsyth, morning to you, Chief. Morning to all the persons joining us from Linden. Abdullah Rubirio, morning to you, Officer Sir. Sally Jones, Leslie Mongol. Right, good. So here's what I'm saying. We dealing with little news for us. So you remember Nigel Hughes when Kadaki do his stupidness and transmitted and circulated those threats against the president and other high-level government officials. The main distracting point brought forward by Nigel Hughes was the use of the word Negro by the Ghanaian police force. You understand? Negro. And the fact that the Ghanaian police force described Kadaki Amsterdam as a mere Negro. I am asking y'all on this live right now, if that is an issue, where was Nigel Hughes when this was going on? I can't remember. I can't believe I forgot this. I can't believe.
Who are you? House Negro. Who are you? House Negro. House Negro.
Right? I can't believe I forgot this. I cannot believe it. Now, persons who can, I doubt they got people who know what we're looking at here. This is Maureen Philadelphia, a member of parliament. You understand me? And Nigel Hughes in jump up in arms when Maureen Philadelphia accosting this African Guyanese, this Guyanese of African descent. You understand me? Using this derogatory term according to Nigel Hughes. Where was he? Did he not see this video? We should call, Nigel Hughes should rally a clarion call to have Maureen Philadelphia apologize to Mr. Ian McPherson this employee of the Parliament of Guyana. Now, mind you, Mr. McPherson wasn't stealing anything. Mr. McPherson wasn't being a dunstug. Mr. McPherson wasn't calling her out her name, cussing she about nothing, cussing she about the opposition, nothing at all. He wasn't doing any of that. Mr. McPherson was doing his job as a officer of the office, as a staff of the Parliament, as a staff. You understand? Mind you, this is probably beyond his remit, because I don't think his job description detailed that he got wrestled people from stealing the mace out to the National Assembly. If y'all remember what caused this to happen out here, the reckless behavior of the opposition. So Nigel Hughes, if you are going to make an effort to have, well, you could say you succeed a little bit, because the government has issued new parameters for describing the different ethnicities in Guyana. But for a sitting member of Parliament to engage in this kind of behavior, and we not hear a single word from Nigel Hughes until the Guyana Police would put male Negro. Mind you, the Guyana Police Force did not use the term in a derogatory manner, unlike Miss Maureen Philadelphia here. Do you understand me? Unlike Miss Maureen Philadelphia here, she doesn't mean that you know nice way house Negro. House Negro is a nice way of saying house slave, like the others usually do on their social media programs. You understand? So, like Chris Rock says, selective outrage, and like Pam Singh says, selective memory and arguments will not work here. So until you, Nigel Hughes, speak to Maureen Philadelphia and her behavior in the environment of the National Assembly whilst it was in progress, you get away from here, sir. You get away from here. I'm going to play it one more time before we move on, so y'all understand. This is Member of Parliament Maureen Philadelphia. I think she's PNC. I don't think she's AFC. I'm not sure. Mind you, never heard of her before. Never heard of her before until she entered the opposition, not even in the government. Who the hell is a Maureen Philadelphia? Where she come from? But she's there. And this is her behavior. And Nigel Hughes. Cde Hughes is a member of Parliament at the same damn time as this woman. Cde Hughes, was she there the night? No, the phone in the next to me, y'all don't call. We're going to start on the call thing from next week. I got enough things to talk about today. You understand? Cde Hughes is a member of Parliament. She can go home and tell you how Maureen Philadelphia behaved in the Parliament for him to sanction her, for him to go to her and say, Maureen Philadelphia, don't let us address Afro-Guyanese like that. Don't let's do that. But we ain't gonna get that from them. We're not going to get that from the opposition, and especially people like Nigel Hughes. Selective outrage, selective memory loss. That is what this guy is suffering from. Also, some maths thinker. He's make maths problems and beat out. Anyway, we're moving on. So, yesterday, oh no, wait. Oh, okay, right. I gotta flip it. So yesterday, the Vice President touched on several topics at his press conference, right? So like I was telling y'all this morning, I had listed some talking points that I wanted to get through this morning. And I go on YouTube. I don't know why. I just be in my car and I'm good. I'm going to look for trouble. So I went on to YouTube and saw that the Guyanese Morning Time is on Kedaki Amsterdam show. And he had Winston Jordan, the former finance minister. The finance minister that Granger had to do an executive pardon so you don't go to jail for contempt of court. Right? I hope you all remember that. Winston Jordan. For not adhering to the court's decision. Right? And Riselford talking about defanging the judiciary and nonsense like that. You get by. Anyway, well, let me get worked up. So let me go over to this here now. So I want y'all to listen to the former finance minister's argument. And again today, just like yesterday, where I asked y'all to get out the calculators. If you got your phone, if you're watching on your phone, don't speak. But if you're watching on a computer, you're watching on your TV, and you're able to calculate these things whilst I'm sharing it with you, you calculate it and see for yourself if I am BSing you or if these people are outright barefaced. Right? So again, we have another individual from the PNC with selective memory loss. And I would have thought, given the fact that the vice president would have reminded people like Winston Jordan, because he's lamenting the fact that the US and anybody else realize the the name for the the body in the US that gave the sanctions is OFAC, like OFAC, OFAC. But so when I was listening to the VP's presentation and he said OFAC, I said, wait, it's cuss up. This man cussing up, but I had to realize is the acronym, the name of the place. But back to this here. So he is lamenting Winston Jordan, and you'll hear it. The fact that the US talk about this gold smuggling between, I think the period is 2020 to 2023, of about 10,000 ounces of gold in 3 years. Right? Let me let y'all listen to Winston Jordan first before I present my case. Listen to Winston Jordan.
2019 to 2023, they said that roughly 10,000 kilograms of gold.
Kilograms, not ounces, sorry. 10,000 kilograms. Kilograms.
Was received in the United States, but undeclared here. And they referenced $50 million in taxes, in applied Guyanese taxes, that was lost to the Treasury.
Right, good. Winston Jordan argument. 10,000, and thank you, Alan Khan, for correcting me, 2019 to 2023. Right? 10,000 on 10,000 kg. Right? Now, 10,000 kg in 3 years. 10,000 kg is equivalent to 739.6 ounces. 10,000 kilograms of gold is equivalent to 352,739.6 ounces. Right? So if y'all remember yesterday, and he's talking about, and remember the numbers, people. Remember the numbers. I know the Livewire people, we good with numbers. And even if we ain't good being as bad as them. So 10,000 over 2019 to 2023. Look at this here. This here is a news article. Right? This here is a news article under the period where Winston Jordan was a minister and the Minister of Finance. This is a period, man, this computer threatening me now. Come on. Just a second. Now, anyway, mind you, this article is pulled from the Guyana Chronicle. Don't do this. Don't close down page. Man. All right, just give me a second. Let me pull this back up. I want to make the point to you guys. But it's on the screen. So you can read the headline. Smuggled. Right? Smuggled. The FBI reports about 15,000 ounces of gold is being smuggled out of Guyana weekly. Weekly. You understand what I'm trying to show you? Winston Jordan is talking about a period from 2019 Top. Okay, I think it's working again now. No, it just. Oh, God. Why you being like this? Me do you nothing. Why ain't working? Yeah, so Winston Jordan is talking about 10,000 ounces 2019, 2020, 2022, 2023 over a 4-year period. And in 1 week, under administration where he was a part of, they were able to beat that in 1 week. You see what I'm trying to show you here? Now, and this is a perfect case where I could use the terminology of the chief citizen of Georgetown, right? For Winston Jordan to compare the 10,000 to this, chalk to cheese, apples and oranges. That's the only time that would make sense to me, a mentor. This thing, I think I got too many tabs open. Let me close some of these things. I don't know why this thing acting so retarded. Okay, good. We back, right? Mind you, this is a Guyana Chronicle report. So you can't say it's no media house friendly to the PPPC or anything. The Guyana Chronicle is a state agency. Stop your nonsense. It's a state agency. You understand? So the state agency won't report anything that the state in conform. You see under the photo, Minister of Natural Resources, Raphael Trotman. So y'all could go and read this. It was published on the 7th of January, 2016. 15,000 a week. You understand? 15,000 a week. So how are we comparing the two, Winston? Now, I wanted to go over to my buy here. They left Winston alone. I wanted to come over to my buy here. Stop it. Oh, man. Oh, this is terrible. Right. So this was the other one that I couldn't understand what I was looking at. You know, this here is David Hines, as we all know. And David Hines is speaking about the Congress and the political opposition and these kinds of things. But before I play this, when I saw David Hines, if you're looking at the video, David looked like he got a little pip on his lip, on the top of his lip. He looked like he got a little pip on the top of his lip. So I said, like, this man, I don't know where he puts in his mouth, what he doing, but like he getting some action now that he go through the video. Now, if you don't know a video I'm talking about, a couple of months ago, this guy was on a live. And I'm telling y'all, technology is a serious thing. And it's good that the government, especially the office of the Prime Minister, has people like Raj going into areas to ensure that people learn how to use technology and they're up to breast with technology. So before we go to this live with David Hines, this is with David Hines and we said to Shram Chetty asked me to look at this. I want to take you back because apparently David getting a little lip action. He doing, I don't know what he's doing, but like he fixed the problem. Now look how technology could work against you.
Is that we are going to listen to what Miss Walron
Mind you, Miss Walron is the Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce. This software that he's using is called StreamYard, right? And it allows you to present and play and do all kind of thing with it. But you have to be clear which tab you're sharing, because you could share the wrong thing. So if you're looking at what listeners, you either got to go into a different browser or be clear on what you are sharing. Watch at David Hines when he was going to play a video of Minister Warren speaking. Watch this.
to say in Geneva, and then Vincent and I are going to...
This simple mix of ingredients is capable of making his members stay hard for longer and up to 10 centimeters bigger. And you know what's better?
We are going to dissect what she said. What she said there. So
you could see getting flustered because he realized he put the wrong thing on the screen. Nobody did this. Right? That's why I came on the live cracking up. That is why I came on the live cracking up. I just look back at this video. It's like, this man for real. He should come off of social media. Look at this.
Listen to what Miss Warren had to say in Geneva.
Mind you, the Caucasian lady that shows up after David Hines is not Miss Warren. That is not our Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce. Right?
And then Vincent and I are going to...
This simple mix of ingredients is capable of making his members stay hard for longer and up to 10 centimeters bigger. And you know what's better?
We are going to dissect what she said.
Look!
What she said.
Look, you do it again,
so we're getting to that.
Yeah, you better get
into that. Give us a little time. Give us a little time as we try and line up the tape here.
All right, we done. Let me go back to David Hines' recent life and listen to some of the foolishness that was up there. So, like I tell you, I noticed the pip on David's lip. So saying, I don't know if it's a suction issue or I don't know what going on with him, but or I don't know. But he need probably one of them antibiotics or something, but I don't know. That's why it's
present their candidacy and the nomination and all of that. The PPP certainly doesn't have it, and they talk a lot about democracy, but there are concerns and complaints from...
Mind you, he's talking about nomination day. Listen to the guy.
Some of the camps.
PNC nomination day, mind you, not AFC. They only had 8 people there, so that is not like relevant. The gentleman from Essequibo, Sherwin Holder, brought more people to Congress. The 10 people Sherwin Holder bring from Essequibo was more than the people at the AFC Congress. That's how sad it's at over there.
In the PNC, Mr. Roysdale Ford, who is still to come on to the program. He has an open invitation.
Why does Ford want to come on your program? Why do you think he dodging you?
I'm working, trying to...
Yeah, I seen the little white thing on the top of your lip. If it's on the right hand side, if you're looking at the screen like me, it's on the right hand side, right at the top lip there.
It's difficult to get hold of him.
Careful.
I know he was in court today with the Mocha thing. I don't have a report on how that went. Not Mocha Peters Hall, sorry, the Peters Hall issue. But he is he's saying that there were some, I don't want to say irregularities.
Hear that nonsense. There were
some issues.
He don't want to say irregularities. If it's outside of the regular, is it not irregular, sir? If the regular way of you going and registering your delegates, you're not following that, are you not doing something irregular? So he trying to downplay the regulation that's currently happening inside the Congress place. Mind you, when last you hear WPA had a Congress, right? So if AFC got 8 people, WPA got 5. David Hines, Kadaki, this lady, Rhonda Lane, the banner, the fly down his throat when he did talk and stupidness. Agunse, y'all, hey, oh my God. Guyanian easy, you know. We got some real funny clips. Y'all remember that? Agunse the under tree talking at the stupidness and divisive nonsense. And a fly go group. Man. You can't make these things up. You can't make them up. Dummy throat. Like, you stop this foolishness in this community, right? So he is trying to downplay the rigging that is currently happening at Congress Place.
Which he ventilated in the press. I saw him on a program last night, a radio program, and then there were a couple of news stories today. So it's a mixed bag. Democracy in action, but of course they are complaints. What was interesting is that at least the Northern people, the Northern group, and the Amanza Walton group, they were able to put people on the road. And the question people are asking, why are they not able to put people on the road to protest?
Why are you not able to put people on the road to protest? When last we see a completely WPA protest, to see what the numbers WPA bringing out on the streets? When last WPA do anything of significance? The only relevance the WPA has now is because of the fact that they're in the coalition. Other than that, you cannot label the WPA as a democratic party. When last they had a Congress with a leadership? You should be worried about your party, the party that you are in. The party that has done nothing for Guyanese in what? Ever? Y'all never been in power. They barely put your daughter in power the other day under the coalition government. I should knock off all them people at Public Service Ministry. I think it's Joe Harmon had to rescind the dismissals. So the things that these people should be focusing on in terms of billing themselves. You studying other people Congress. You understand me? What he should be protesting is erectile dysfunction. That is what David Hines should be protesting. Erectile dysfunction. It's wreaking havoc on the elderly men. Look, let me move on. Yeah, there's trouble.
But people on the road, they seem very invigorated and nothing. They don't seem to me to be people who are out of it. So is there a dilemma for us there? That is it that the candidates can mobilize people to advance their candidacy, but they're not able to mobilize people to advance the cause?
So, sir, what are you able to mobilize people to do? What is the WPA able to mobilize people to do? Again, when have we seen a WPA-led protest? It's always PNC and AFC, the two people AFC got to come out and help. And you, Kadaki, Randall Lane, and Agunse. They got another guy, but I can't remember them. The other one, he don't really do as much stupidness as the rest of them. You understand? And for some reason, I think Randall Lane and not Sean Smith Daniel, Shimoda, the Island Gas Advisor, the two of them look like this family, man. They're hard and they're loud together. Jesus.
That's some questions. If I were journalist, I would be asking the candidates those questions. And if I were the candidates,
the journalists are asking the candidates, where is the CPU? The journalists are asking why they can't go and observe the PNC Congress. That's what the journalists want to find out. You understand? That is what the journalists are interested in. The journalists are wondering when the WPA will make a bid for the presidency on its own. When will the WPA become self-sufficient? Like the Americans got a term, deriding. You understand? When will the WPA get off the PNC's D? That's what we're trying to find out. Carol Joseph, yes. The two of them look like they're related. The WPA advances nothing on their own. And if I'm not mistaken, their leader, according to allegations, were assassinated by the PNC. If I remember correctly. So I mean, what, gosh, David, y'all, so
He would be preparing to answer those questions of politics. Politics. The ship is sinking, however. The ship is sinking. The Americans indicate.
So like I tell y'all, I was looking at this, and when he said the ship is sinking for us, I could have swear he talking about Congress Place, given all the stuff that happening. Now, could you imagine? Army Norton posting all a man's illegal documents, she restraining her, she beating your husband, she trying to drive you into a culvert, slapping you up and waking you up out of sleep. Mind you, y'all could imagine somebody messaged me yesterday and tell me that a man saying crazy, the more hot to do something. I don't know, but violence is never the answer, right? Violence is never the answer. If the man cheat on a man's her, she could have left. If he beat you, she could have go to the station, not beat you back, right? Not grab the steering wheel and try to drive them into something and probably kill both of them. Violence is not the answer, people, especially for people like as a lawyer. So she has a good understanding of what the ramifications of those kinds of actions are. You understand? So when me boy said the ship sinking, I listening to here we going to, not knowing he jumping over to the US and sanctions. Listen again.
That they were concerned about corruption in Guyana. They had arrested the lady when she was
and
passed.
then the terminology that is used, arrested. Okay. Now, people, was there any other time that we heard US officials talk about sanctions in Guyana for government officials? This wretch, and that's why I get so angry. When the US were putting sanctions on people, they decided to name this thing, right? But when the US was sanctioning some people in 2020, what the hell David Hines been? Probably at GCOM trying to rig the hell out of the election still. And imagine those ABCE countries and the US that actually implement some sanctions. But right here and so, and now he know about the US and sanctions and this, David, get, you and Nigel get. Both of y'all get.
Passing through Miami, Florida. She came back. The government did not move against her.
And oh God, there's lies. So look at the lying face. Oh my goodness. That's why that thing come out of your mouth. You're lying. So when that situation happened, when the God, terminology. When the embattled PS, oh God, when Miss Thomas was overseas and was questioned by US authorities, you understand me? And as you would have heard yesterday, the vice president would have shared that when she was asked what they asked about, she was asked about Mohammed's. So when she came back, he just said they didn't do nothing, right? They moved that PS from, because she was the PS of the Home Affairs Ministry, to the Labor Ministry. Now, think about it, right? He's saying nothing was done. Labor Ministry don't get out no contract, they don't do nothing. So, okay, y'all making these allegations about this woman. Nobody has made a formal report at that time, as the president would have alluded to and the vice president would have reminded persons yesterday. You come here where you don't get mixed up in nothing. You go over there. Ministry of Labor don't build nothing. Ministry of Labor don't build a thing. I can't ever remember seeing Ministry of Labor publishing a contract, at least for construction. You understand? So for him to say that they did nothing is inaccurate. For them to move her to say, well, all right, these people are asking you about certain things. They might suspect you of something. Go over there and just relax yourself a little bit. You understand? So is that not some action? Listen to the continued lies of David Hines. I can't see, oh God. Y'all see the pip on the lip? Let me see if this mouse show. Y'all see the pip there? Look at it right there. If you see the mouse, look at it right there. On the lip. Y'all know it's here. Where is herpes? Where is woo! Whooshu! Trouble. Listen. Claiming that this lady was arrested. The people questioned the lady and released her.
And then then the Americans moved, and the government moved. The more things change, rearrange, everything.
I don't know if people watch these people, you know.
The ship is sinking. Corruption is rife.
So imagine, all right, let me say hypothetically speaking, right? Hypothetically speaking, one person from the government of Guyana was highlighted by the U.S. authorities in relation to some allegations, right? However, this man just talked about Rizal Ford, the situation at the PNC, and yet with the one problem that there, and it's an allegation, nothing is founded yet. And mind you, the vice president said they requested information so that they could address this matter. He holding on to the one and calling that a sinking ship when the PNC got their own trouble going on there. That is not more of a sinking ship to you? But anyway, anybody go and visit David Hines, y'all don't drink from the purple glass. Y'all see it. Do not drink from the...
Maybe it takes the Americans to ring that bell. It ought not be so. It ought not.
Yeah, but David, didn't it take the Americans to ring the election bell? And what that as well ought not have been so as well. Only now you know it taking the Americans to do something. Didn't it take the Americans and locals here too, and the other BCE countries to ensure that democracy wasn't taken away from Guyanese? The party that the WP, the coalition the WP is a part of, tried to steal democracy, and the Americans had to lay out sanctions. Mike Pompeo, they got the video. Come on, David. You're a shameless big man with a pip on your lip.
Not be so. It ought not be so. But the ship is sinking, Captain. The ship is sinking. The ship is sinking.
And if that is a sinking ship, how do we categorize the ship of the WPA? That on the ocean bottom. At least this ship now going down according to David. But what of the WPA ship? Or even matter of fact, what about your canoe? You talking about ships sinking. What is the relevance of the WPA in 2024? When people say David Hines, what do they think about? Black pudding. Not anything relevant. Not any infrastructure somewhere. Not no big time public policy. Not no increase in teacher's salary. You can't affect that, David Hines. Has David Hines ever hold a public office anywhere at any point in time? I don't know. I'm asking. Maybe somebody on this live could tell me. David Hines ever hold a public office anywhere to say that he do public service to Guyanese? I know he's a professor and a teacher, but you could be teaching people a set of stupidness. If this is a thing, I am very scared of the knowledge that David Hines is imparting on other people. You understand me? This kind of ignorance and
when the ship is sinking, you all know my position here. I do not want those people who are ruling us. I am not in favor of putting their heads on walls and all those kind of stories.
The watch, he got good sense. He fall in the trap like Kadaki. He fall in the trap like Kadaki. He making it clear. David don't see a gun say get lack of attack and stupidness. And Kadaki on his way to get a little problem for circulated stupidness. So you see how David is. Even when a gun say got this problem, on several shows, David makes sure that he let him know, I am not saying anything like that, and I'm not this, and I'm not that. Right? He bright. He only looks stupid. He bright bad. The gentleman is a bright boy.
I'm not in favor of that at all. I want them to live. I want them to live. So that they can
listen to this ignorance,
face the music of justice. That they can pay for the crimes that they're committing against the people of Guyana.
Now, mind you, people, lest we forget, what happened to 2015 to 2020? Why didn't make them pay then? Why we got wait till 2025 come? God forbid the AP and AFC win the election, because the PNC might be going on by themselves. People don't really follow them. Right? Why didn't you advocate for the justice in 2015 to 2020, David Hines? What were you doing? What was Tabitha doing? Your daughter, what was she doing? You want people to live to pay for justice? Or whatever you just said? When you realize that, when the coalition lost the election, these people are beyond stupid. And you could look at their face. He has no conviction in what he's saying. Searching for words. Because he know what himself he talking stupidness. How you gonna sit down in there and tell people that you ain't want nobody head on a spike because you want them to live, to face justice for all the things they do to Guyanese people? So they didn't do it pre-2020? The allegations? The 400, 1,200, 1,400, 4,000 Afro-Guyanese that were allegedly killed by the PPP government, as you guys like to put it? So they didn't investigate none of that. All the talk about Courtney Crummy Wing, and they know who killed Courtney Crummy Wing and Crummy Wing and Crummy Wing. They do anything to find Crummy Wing killer? You might be surprised as one of them. And that is what sometimes I want people to understand. These people are willing to go to any level, any lengths, tell you anything. Do you know, or you probably do, that, okay, Joel Bagwedin did an in-depth analysis of the salary increase clip that they had. I referenced it here on this program yesterday. Several news entities carried it to show, well, this calculation totally wrong. This is wrong information. You know, them people still got a thing up on the page. You know, they still have it. How could they care? How could they care? You understand? Now, let me show you something that I noticed this morning too. I wasn't even paying attention to it. I'm going to show you it on the page. Let me go to the PNC page. And let me show you the nonsense. Right? You scroll down here. Where is it? Okay, good. Flip to this one. Right? So this is the PNC page. Nothing that I doctor is Facebook. Right? Now look at this graphic here, people. 77 salary increase for public servants in 4 years under the coalition government. Right? Let me look at the 4 years that is displayed. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years. So they can't even, for the period that they are referencing, showcase the amount of years that they were referenced. Mind you, yesterday when we calculated these here, 26, 10, 9, 7, and 9, it wasn't 77. So even if we decide to take off one of the years and only display the 4 that they're talking about, it's even less than the calculation that I had, which I think was 6-1. Right? It's even less than the calculation I had. So that's the ignorance. Public servants in 4 years and they display 5. They display 5. That is the care that they have in terms of presenting information to the Guyanese people. And that's why I often wonder how sensible people, because I got a couple of PNC friends, not them ones big, but regular Guyanese who support the party that abuse me whenever they see me about certain things. You understand? And I be like, you abusing me. At least the people I'm talking about, the people I'm referencing, you could go and fact check what they're telling you. These, however, David Hines, Mark Benchcop, Sherrod Duncan, they will sit and outright lie to you, bare-faced lie to you. I wonder how many persons gonna share that video I played with Maureen Philadelphia with Nigel Hughes. Because it's a lie to tell the guy, these people, that is the crux of the matter. Male Negro. All over. Lies. Lies. Lies.
You know, I do not want even for them to die of natural causes before
the pip on the lip, that's what jumping out at me, pip.
They're able to face justice. I want them to go into those lockups that they're putting people like Cde Amsterdam and others
because he deserves to go there. He circulated the thing. Who are you trying to say? People who break the law shouldn't get locked up? Or Cde special? Like they used to say to Hillary Clinton, lock him up. Lock him up. Who wrong with Cde? Me and I got locked up 1 or 2 times back in the day.
I want them to go in there for their crimes. I am not interested in them being assassinated. Assassination is their tool, not our tool. Assassination is their tool, not our tool.
Hear this, man. Listen. Y'all listen to David Hines. Y'all listen to David Hines. Y'all listen. I don't have the phone. Y'all don't call. Don't call. I don't have the phone. I hear it ringing. I don't know where it is. Please, don't call today. Don't call today. Y'all hear this guy? Oh my God.
I want them to go into those lockups that they're putting people like Cde Amsterdam and others into. I want them to go in there for their crimes. I am not interested in them being assassinated. Assassination is their tool, not our tool.
Listen, people. Listen. And I keep saying this over and over again. In my life as a Guyanese, there is one time, two. We're trying to be as truthful as possible here. There are 2 times, right? There are 2 times that I could remember where PPP protesters, right? Or were on the road and they had some sort of violence going on 2 times. Both times were during the election period. That had an incident in Borbies and had one, I think it was on the East Coast somewhere, where the people end up pelting a bus. And mind you, somebody spoke to that issue from the coalition the other day. That's how these PPP protesters throw bricks at this bus that were carrying Afro-Guyanese children, right? That were carrying Afro-Guyanese children. This bus was a school bus, one of the Granger buses. So if you're saying that the bus is carrying Afro-Guyanese children, are you clarifying that the bus was only picking up Afro-Guyanese children, as has been alleged? Because many persons say the buses used to stop in certain village and they used to pick up certain children. So how is it that the school bus that's supposed to be picking up everybody, all the school children along the way, mind you, school children didn't vote, so you can't blame them and say, well, we pick you up because we all vote for we. School children don't vote. So how is it that only Afro-Guyanese children were in this bus? I gotta go back and look for the video and find out who said that. Right? That they stoned down the is Rickford Barker, Magnet. One out of the two. They pelt the bus and break up the children. Break up the windows. The bus was filled with Afro-Guyanese children, and that was the reason that they pelt the bus. Why were there only Afro-Guyanese children in the bus? The bus is traversing along the East Coast. There were no Indian children to be picked up. Are you trying to say that there are no Indian children that would have needed a ride to school? Are the Indians on the East Coast rich? Got car and taxi and them kind of thing. So we need to find out why only Afro-Guyanese children were in the bus. If it was a bus to carry all kids to school. So those are the 2 instances I remember. Anybody inside and outside of Guyana could tell you violence and politics, PNC, all the time, I remember telling y'all on this program when I used to live at MacDoom on the East Bank. As a child, I could remember looking towards Banks DIH, and when you look over Banks, a big plume of black smoke when they burned down Kissoon's building at the corner camp and Regent Street. When they had looting along Regent Street, breaking in people's place and doing anything, those weren't PPP people. And I'm not addressing nobody by race, party. Those were not PPP people. They like to talk about how to put this? They like to blame the government for these extrajudicial killings, as they put it, when everybody knows during that period which party had contact with the freedom fighters in the backlands. Up to now, Basil Henry and Winston Felix, that's the former police commissioner, was Minister of Citizenry. Somebody just correct me if I'm wrong. Winston Felix, if this is the right person. All right. I know he was the Minister of Citizenry. Can't remember the name right now. Maybe the right name, maybe wrong. But whoever was the the only Minister of Citizenry, because we never had them before. They're the finding ministries of people. Basil Williams and them people never faced justice for that telephone conversation when they were supposed to plan some drugs on some woman going out from the airport and all kind of thing. Up to now, me of the got statutes of limitation on that. Want to the justice of them people, Mr. WPA. Want to the justice of your leader, the comrade leader of the WPA. You want justice for him? Bye.
Assassination is their tool, not our tool. And
Y'all have no tools. You're toolless. You can't even call the WPA a utensil because a utensil got some sort of use. David Hines, Kadaki, Ronda Lane are going to say useless. Useless. Completely useless. So for this worries to actually come on alive and talk this foolishness is beyond me. Completely beyond me. You can't be serious. Can't be serious. Or you should go and join up. Let me behave myself.
I want them alive. Alive. Captain, the ship is sinking.
The pip on your mouth. That's what we're looking at. Your ship sinking. So this is supposed to be politics 101. See the nonsense? When you got nothing to share with people, you have no information to share with people. That's the foolishness that he gone to know. I didn't even reach so far in the video. Is now I seen this nonsense here. Right? I didn't even go so far in the video. I just skip past this foolishness. I didn't hear to hear that nonsense. Worries David Hines.
I want the Carol Crow and charge you for cybercrime. Barat, the jail is waiting. The mighty midget, the crow boy, is them kind of Calypso we want in Guyana.
Jesus. Look, they could say what they want. They could say Barat, the jail waiting, wherever. There has been no PVP government official that needed a pardon from the president. Right? There's no PVP government official that needed a pardon from the president so as to not go to jail. The PNC has that. The party he's supporting has that. If there no other president in this country never do an executive order to expose somebody, we just call it a presidential pardon. I've never heard any other president do it. It was done by them. You understand? It was done by them.
Want them Calypso in the Guyana to sing like that. Anil, the jail is waiting.
David, the paper on your mouth is showing. David, it seems like your member not working. Everybody could sing.
DJ.
Everybody could sing. I can write a clip so like that. I can write a clip so like that. David, the paper on your lip showing. David, your member may not be working. You got cut up cabbage and him a cabbage, cucumber, banana, and I can tell you. You sing a song with people. Bye. You best go and look little see a listen something.
Waiting. Not to say you got to go. The jail is waiting. We are waiting on them. That's what we want them. We don't want them on the sea wall. We want them to face the music of justice.
Yeah, but what happened to when you had the ability to do so? When you had the ability to do so, what happened? You wait till you out of government to want justice and want all this other stuff you're talking about. When you can't do nothing. And mind you, he never They didn't even give he a MP position. Nobody had time with the WPA. The coalition had no time with the WPA.
The jail is waiting. Coco, taking another classic, Gypsy, of course, in 1986.
The historian. Get to your point, brother.
Some captain, the ship is sinking. And Gypsy, that song helped to bring down the PNM. And so Crow is taking Gypsy melody and turn it back on there today. The jail is where you want to put people on. No, I do not believe in the politics of revenge. I do not. Because I rather suspect that when the table turn,
somebody buy a button and a needle and a thread for this man. I done with this. I am done with this. Right? I like I tell y'all, Tulsi Ramchedi sent me the video and asked me to comment on it. Other than that, I didn't have time. I can't stand somebody buy a button and a needle and thread because I don't know, like, the movie's gonna jump out or something every minute. That's crack behavior. People who use cocaine as go on, so they itchy and they're always fidgety with the self. Buy a button, David, and button it and done. Right? That kind of behavior. Anyway, guys, I getting out of here. I got a pack there ahead of me. Thank you guys for being on the program. We'll be back here, same time, same place on Monday. Darn, I ain't get to tell you all this stuff that I want to tell you all about. Anyway, for those who don't know, the Afri-Exim Bank handed over a US $500 million loan proposal to Guyana. The proposal was exchanged at the Bahamar Convention Center in Nassau, Bahamas. The funding is aimed at supporting Guyana's infrastructural projects. The proposal exchange follows a commitment made last year at a forum in Guyana. This loan is a part of a US $1.5 billion facility for CARICOM states. The meeting is aimed at strengthening African-Caribbean collaboration and partnerships. Right? I ain't get to get all the rest of the positive information I want to. These wretches throw off. But you guys have a great day. See, no, Monday's a holiday. Mazo and Chan, thank you. This always mess me up. So Monday, I gotta wake up to do a program. And Bob then remember it's a holiday. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Please be safe for the holiday. You know, be good Guyanese. I gotta find out Father's Day. Shit, shucks. Let me get on from here. Anyway, as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break.